In this video, we will simulate the pickoff cutoff operation. We'll address the error messages we encounter. We'll change the tool in the cutoff operation, and we'll load a cutoff locator onto the turret. I have our part open where we left off after creating the pickoff cutoff op. I have all the operations selected, and I'm going to launch into the sync manager. You can see we get an error message, and if we read down below here, the message says tool loading error for operation number 20, which is the lathe cutoff. We can see right here. Multiple tools with equal tool numbers detected in the same tool storage component. The extra info tells us modify the tool number so that it is unique to the tools existing in its parent tool storage component, for example, the turret. Alright, let's see if we can make some sense of this. So I'm going to open up the tool lathe manager, and you can see that we have our cutoff, which is T0505, but we also have our threading tool, which we've already created an operation with, which is also T0505. So we could change this number here and accommodate it that way. I actually included a blade style cutoff holder, T0909. So we're going to select that. What I'm going to do is go into the lathe cutoff operation, and I'm going to select T0909 as the tool for this operation. I'll go ahead and regenerate that. And there's one more thing I want to do before we simulate. I'm going to go into the tool setup manager. I'll right click and expand all. And I want to put in a cutoff holder, a blade style cutoff holder. So down below we have 32 millimeter cutoff, LID, left hand insert down. I'm going to drag that into index position 8. You notice that master cam renumbered our cutoff holder to T08, the next number in the list. Then I'll go ahead and drag T08 onto index position 8, and let's take a quick look. I'll go to isometric reverse, and we can see what this looks like on the machine. So this is how the turret faces us from the operator position, and we have a blade in a left hand blade style holder. I'm going to select all of our operations and post into the sync manager. In the sync manager, I want to make sure that I do not use the last view in the session. That's a personal preference. I'm going to set that. Then I'm going to launch into simulation. I'm going to zoom in a little and select run. I'm going to hit the pause button here for a minute and highlight the prime turning operations. If I go back, you can see that the prime turn facing operation is starting on the opposite side of center. And I did that by going backwards with the B button, and I'll hit the S button to step forwards, and that's our prime turning facing op. And I'll just run a few of the passes with the prime turning tool, and you can see it's going backwards from a conventional tool path. Zoom back out a little bit, and then I'll just hit run. And you'll notice that we're moving down through the operations on the move list. The machine is moving the axes in relation to how the machine is running. Each operation, each move list operation has a series of blocks that it runs. I'm going to pause it here. And you can also see the operation number from the Mastercam part file. So we're currently on the move list operation 25, which is the lathe groove operation number 7 from the part file. Because we've already seen all these operations on the left spindle run, I'm going to pull the move list down. I'm going to go to operation 42, which is the operation right before our pickoff cutoff operation. Mastercam will not check for simulation when we jump forwards on the move list, but we have already simulated those so that we know that these are good operations. And I'm going to go ahead and run this. So you can see we're ejecting our part. We're going to come in and we're going to grab it with the Pickoff spindle, pull it out, call up the cutoff tool, and cut off the part. But we have a collision. We can see that the locator is colliding with the chuck jaws. It wants to know if we want to continue. I'm going to say no. And I'm going to hit the B button to back it out one step. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and hit the S button. And sure enough, it still hits all right. We'll address this collision in the next module with some of the tools available to us in simulation.